I want you to think about your goals. How many have some major goals? Raise your hands, please. Very good. I want you to think about your goals in 3 areas. No, John has a spy in the back. It's all right. I want you to think about your goals in 3 areas. I want you to think about your personal goal. What's a personal goal that you'd like to achieve? I want you to think about that. My first personal goal is to buy my mother a home. I'm adopted. I'm one of 7 children that she adopted. And I wanted to be able to take care of her. I said, Mama, I was 10 years old. When I become a man, you never have to pay another bill. And so at that time I was looking forward to turning 18. And because I admired my mother's courage, her faith, her drive, her determination, a woman single, raising 7 children. She never had any children herself. I feel like Abraham Lincoln, who said, all that I am and all that I ever hope to be, I owe to my mother. Mama worked on Miami Beach for wealthy families. She cooked for these families, and we ate food left over from the families that she cooked for. She kept their children, and we wore the hand-me-down clothes of the children that Mama kept. And so she adopted Wesley and I. I have a twin brother, Wesley. And so, which one am I? Of course, I'm the cute one. I'm on the left. And so she adopted Wesley and I. And one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is to continue to work on your mind, mental resiliency. Because there are things that affect us that's in our past that we don't even realize. Winston tastes good like what?
A cigarette should.
You know, people say cigarettes should. That commercial's been on television for 40 years. Television and radio. So what else is in there in your mind that you're not even aware of? I saw a movie one night, Tom Cruise. It was Magnolia. And it said, we might be through with our past, but our past is not through with us. And so one of the things that I can just share with you unequivocally, and that I did this. How many of you want to know what works? Raise your hands, please. Yeah. What works is you have to work on your mind. Every day, every seminar, when I think about it, every seminar that I've gone to, every book that I've read, all the lectures that I've heard from dynamic and powerful people like John, all of them contributed to me being the person that I am right now. And so you have to really work on your mind on an ongoing basis. You never get to the place where you know it all. You don't, because there are things that's affecting us every day. We're being bombarded with all type of commercials and billboards, and you're looking at television, you're looking at the news, and all type of things are coming, and you see those little crawls. Everything is coming in and accessing our minds. You go into the service station, you get gas, they got commercials there. You get on the elevator. It's everywhere. We're being pounced on. And so working on your mind is key. And I can tell you the things that I've learned that allowed me to, and I'm going to share with you now, things that allowed me to be able to do some things that I had no idea. And it was very challenging for me because of my beginning. And so one of the keys is communicate from your heart. That gives you the competitive advantage. People are out looking just to get people into their organization, to build organizations. And people can smell commission breath. Did you want to get a commission off them? An override? No. But when you communicate from your heart, it says, I care about you. You ask questions. You show an interest in the people. Am I making sense with this? Yes. Yes, and so you're coming from a different place. And you're able to attract people who ordinarily would not be interested. Because what you want to do is build some powerful relationships with people, and you don't want everybody in your organization. Yes. Some people you want to pass on. Yes. Because it doesn't resonate with you and your energy. Does that make sense? Yes. And so you're watching and you want to evaluate people. They've got to qualify themselves because you're going to be spending time with those people. And so in building an organization, the process of communicating from the heart, and mine was to buy my mother a home, because we were raised in a very poor area, in Miami, Florida. I was born in an abandoned building on a floor with a twin brother. And when we were 6 weeks of age, we were adopted by Mrs. Mamie Brown. And being raised in this type of environment, one would look at us and say the chances of us getting out of there would be almost impossible, because we're in a drug-infested area, very poor, very, very challenging environment. And I wanted to, as a kid, I wanted to be able to take care of my mother. I wanted to buy her a home. I remember when we were working in these big, beautiful mansions, I said, Mama, what is it, Leslie? When I become a man, I'm going to buy you a big, beautiful home, just like this. How many have somebody special you want to do something for? Raise your hands, please. And I was able to fulfill that. I bought her a home, 10,000 square feet and 12-foot deep swimming pool, basketball court. She couldn't play basketball. I was good still, though. But I wanted to do that because I could. And I developed a mindset that allowed me to do that. And so mental resilience in expanding your mindset is very important. Now, I've done some tours with Donald Trump. Donald Trump, his father gave him $200 million to pursue his dream. How many of you know if someone gives you $200 million to pursue your dream, you've got a good shot? Raise your hand. My mama gave us 2 pieces of sugar cane. How come we have that sugar cane? Anybody ever had sugar cane? Raise your hand, please, all right? Yeah, you're going to go get some sugar cane when I get through, all right? And so, that's what I had to do. I want to ask you a question before I move further. If you had to be coached by me or Donald Trump on how to earn your first million, who would you want to teach you how to do that? Yeah. Why? I earned it. I earned it. It was not given to me. I earned it. And the great thing about this business that you're in, and with the kind of leadership that you have with John and other leaders, they're going to teach you the skill set and the mindset that will allow you to earn millions and to be able to impact the lives of thousands and millions of people. And as you think about your goals and dreams, let us say together, it's possible. It's possible. Yes, I want you to think about someone that you want to do something special for. I want you to think about your financial freedom number. You need to be clear what that is. What is that figure for you that once you earn that you'll be financially free? It would alleviate a lot of stress. I can tell you, it's a wonderful feeling not to owe anyone. It's a wonderful feeling. And so I want you to think about what that number is. Next thing is, I want you to think about your legacy. The reason I have my children here is because of the fact that we have things that we want to contribute to. One of the packages you have, one of the causes you support, I believe in. My mother was a 22-year breast cancer conqueror. And so I think that Horace Mann had a point when he said that we should be ashamed to die until we've made some major contribution to humankind. And so I am who I am because of people who took time with me, people who contributed to me. I'll never forget, gentlemen, I eulogized him just a few months ago when I first met him. I'll never forget, I was a junior in high school. He said, young man, go to board and work this problem out for me. Oh, sir, I can't do that. Why not? I'm not one of your students. Look at me, yes, sir. Go to the board and work the problem out anyhow. I said, I can't, sir. The other students started laughing. I said, he's Leslie. He's got a twin brother, Wesley. Wesley is smart, but he's DT. He said, what's DT? He's the dumb twin. And the students erupted in laughter. And I said, I am, sir. And he came from behind his desk. He looked at me. He said, don't ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And that was a turning point in my life. On one hand, I was humiliated. But on the other hand, I was liberated because he looked at me with the eyes of Goethe, who said, look at a man the way that he is, he only becomes worse. But look at him as if he were what he could be, then he becomes what he should be. And so I learned some strategies and things, and we don't have enough time to go through all of them. But what we will do is to go through some areas that will have some benefit for you right now. So one, I said, resiliency, mental resiliency, being able to take the no's and the rejections, but also being able to expand your mind to do other things. There are things that you can do that you don't even know now. I don't know you, but here's what I know about you. You have something special. You have greatness within you. You have the ability to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. If anybody just told me, I just finished speaking in Switzerland and Germany, in Tokyo, Japan, and 25,000 people in Poland. If anybody told me, given my circumstances, given my beginning, if both my birth parents came in here right now and said, hello, son, I would not know either one of them. If anybody told me that the steps and the processes of things of restructuring your thinking, write this down, restructure your mindset. Because the mindset that we have is a mindset that's been given to us. Be ye not conformed to this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's an ongoing process that allowed me to be able to earn more in 1 hour than 90% of the Western world earn working for 6 years. And I don't tell you that to impress you, but to impress upon you the value of taking the time to listen to things that will begin to restructure your thinking. Most of us are living a life of mediocrity because of the fact that we have so much head trash that we expose ourselves to, and that we don't even realize how it affects us and how we show up in life. And so, how many of you know people that you've introduced this business to and they said no? Raise your hands, please. Guess why? Because of their head trash. They're suffering from possibility blindness. They can't see what you see. They don't know that 10 years, less than 10 years from now, 1/3 of the jobs, the Ratner reports, 1/3 of the jobs will be gone, replaced by technology, mechanized intelligence, computers. 1/3 of the jobs that people have. And so they don't realize that in order to become successful and to have financial security, you've got to be willing to reinvent yourself. You got to become a different kind of person. You got to die to who you are now to give birth to who you can become. Does that make sense? Yes. And so I'm saying to you, as you work on yourself, things happen for you that you can't even begin to imagine. The other thing is, I'm going to share something with you. You have a story. You have a story. And your ability to tell your story about this business, what attracted you to this business, is key to your success. Your ability to speak from the heart and share with people why you're here, why you're involved in this. What is it about this that attracted you? What was it? As you think about that. And as you think about that and speak, and I'm going to share with you techniques and strategies, because I'm going to switch now as a speech coach. Write this down. Never make a point without a story, and never tell a story without a point. Never make a point without a story. When I told you about my mascara, I said the reason I told you that because I now use waterproof mascara. Never make a point without a story, and never tell a story without a point. And so what most people do is that they advance on someone and start telling them about how good the product is. Write this down. When you're doing a presentation, one-on-one, small groups, large groups, people are asking 3 questions in their minds. Here's number 1. Who are you? That's number 1. This is why it's important to know how to tell your story succinctly so that you can develop a level of credibility. Who are you? What do you have? And why should I care? Who are you? People do business with people they know, like, and trust. So now in that critical point, in that short time, you've got to share with them who you are, what you have, and why they should care, in order for them to feel comfortable with you to want to become a part of this. Does that make sense what I'm saying right now? Raise your hand if I'm making sense with you right now. All right, I'm watching the clock, but I want to move faster, so I want to skip through some things. So, so as you look at yourself, you look at your goals, the ability to share that can allow you, and something else that John does, and watch him very closely because he's one of the best presenters on the planet. Your ability, I can tell you based upon my own experience, to speaking before small groups, talking to people one-on-one, learning how to communicate from the heart. Trust me on this. It's the most powerful tool you can have. Most powerful tool. Because I was involved years ago in Holiday Magic. You don't know that. That's one of the first multi-level marketing organizations. Dare to be Great. Best Line Products. My doing small meetings. My showing up when no one else showed up. My watching a guy named Bob Boyd and other presenters and Bill Bailey. It helped me to grow as a person, and it allowed me to have the key to my own future. When I was in 5th grade, I was labeled educable mentally retarded and put back from the 5th grade to the 4th grade. I failed again when I was in the 8th grade. Have no college training, but Mr. Washington, he said to me, Mr. Brown, he said, develop your mind. You don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Mr. Brown, practice and write this down, OQP. OQP, only quality people. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. This is why you want to qualify people to be in your business, because you don't want everybody. And the other thing he said, Mr. Brown, he said, develop your communication skills. Because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. This Les Brown that you now see, this is a Les Brown that been trained. I wanted to learn how I could become a better person. And it was challenging for me. I'll never forget, my brother called me and sister and said, Leslie, we're going to put Mom in a nursing home. Why? She has breast cancer and she can't take care of herself. And I said, no. He said, Leslie, take it easy. We knew you would say that. Listen to me. We have the best nursing home in all of Dade County. I said, no, listen to me. I had a problem. How could one woman raise 7 children who couldn't take care of themselves, but 7 grown people couldn't take care of one woman? You understand what I'm saying? I resigned from the Ohio legislature. I was just elected to my 3rd term as chairman of the Human Resource Committee. I'm telling you, how many of you like to make a difference in your community? Raise your hands. Very good. I'm telling you, it makes all the difference in the world.